FTC, the Federation talent centres that we have, which incorporate the more talented players in the area. We've changed ours a little bit from it's continuing on with the whole of football plan. We've just redefined it a little bit, where we've gone to a school holiday-based day camp model, where we can kind of get the best talent, the best coaches. I think for me that was the crux of having everything, having accessibility to facilities in Auckland especially, and then having the best coaches available to help me with the project. The way I'm looking at it, I get to scout, me and my staff get to scout games every weekend. So in an ideal world, you've got everyone at your disposal. So we will invite kids to come in, so it's an invitation selection process. Some of them are available, unavailable. So we've got this week we've got over 200. Last April we had about 230, 240. Bearing in mind that it is a school holiday, so we're respectful of that, and there's other programs going on, which is why we try to find a natural hole in it, in the schedule, for want of a better word. So for me, that's, again, you're showcasing the elite talent, and for me it's quality over quantity, and making sure that we can get the better players out here, which is always evolving, along with the better coaches. I think it's incredibly important, and I think part of the appeal for me, or me being in this role, is that I can access those people through my own playing careers, respect all the rest of it that have gone with representing New Zealand professionally. We've got a number here today. Hayley's doing a psychology, Hayley Morwood doing a psychology piece. We've got Chris Milicic who's worked with the 20s. We've got other various people coming in to do, Chris Zorigis is coming in tomorrow. So these guys are really, really important, because it just goes to show at the level we want to get to, which is a talent program, that these people are reinvested in our program in Auckland, and it's the best thing for our kids across the board.
Yeah, it's very important to have the education side of things to these sorts of talent centres. I think particularly, I guess, in my expertise with sports psychology, it was great to be able to come back and give back, I guess, to the kids, and just let them know about my experience and how sports psychology progressed and helped me within the game, and I guess my studies outside of the game. So it was great to be able to come back and really just, I guess, talk to the kids and bring them up to speed with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think it's important for my football club as well. And it's also important just to give something back to the kids that you can make a difference with. And it's probably not only in their football experience, it's also in their life experience. So teaching them good habits and those types of things. I think it's really important that we get better coaches teaching our kids, because our kids will get better.
Yeah, I've ever since I was 12 years old, I've never stopped doing it, and I've just enjoyed it every time. The coaching, friends, players, everything. It's just high level, top level, and I really love it. Yeah.
About bringing girls together out of their club environments, challenging them a little bit more with the coaching, challenging them a little bit more by being involved with other players that they might not normally be playing with in their teams, and then being set up with coaches in the female space that are challenging them in new ways to kind of learn about football. So a lot of the terminology, a lot of the pitch geography, and then of course the technical and tactical work also. We've probably got 40, getting close to 50% in the female space, so it's not a numbers game, but it's about making sure that we can make up squads. We've got Wear Rose Bowl coming up for the young girls, there's national age group for the older kids later, so we need to be making sure that we're able to compete against other federations, and in order to do that we've got to get kids in here that are going to train and learn in a way that's conducive to go to those tournaments.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been also an experience to play with people of like our calibre and like definitely like our age group, because I mean it's fun. I mean we trained with these girls for like since we were 12 or something, and so it's good to like come back to these camps and like see them again and play with them. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I agree with her. Definitely. It's really interesting to see how like some of us have improved from back then.
I think it's massive for us, because we don't, as a federation, we don't have access to all the facilities. We're a little bit at the mercy of the clubs, and we've got some massive clubs in Auckland, which is why we've kind of rechanged our FTC model a little bit, because we do. Having a weekly environment for our kids is good, but it's also, I think, a detriment because we don't have the facilities, we don't have all the coaches. So I think the timing of it, how we worked, is massive. So we were at Beachlands Maraetai for one. Three Kings have been massive here to help us with their facilities, which is a massive facility with first class stuff to use. So for us it's huge because we don't have one of our own, and engaging them as well and making sure it goes back to the clubs, because this is where the players are coming from. They're coming from the local clubs where we pull from. I think every camp we do, every day camp we do is going to evolve and get better. I think in the past with the program it's the right thing, but just maybe the wrong delivery model, and accessing the quote-unquote talented players that potentially could go to their next elite level, whether it's 17s, 20s or beyond. So it's re-engaging those people, and of course the same thing as I mentioned with the coaches, it's engaging them and making sure that the product that we put out as a federation is what these kids want and need. But again, it's for me, and I emphasise, it's quality. I want the quality here with the staff and the players, and over the quantity. For me, it's just showcasing talent. It's not a training centre, it's a talent centre, and that's what we have to approach it with.